Give me just a couple moments here, ladies and gentlemen. Shooting out some invites to the party here. Bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. Friends list takes forever to load and trying to invite people.
Alright, let's do this.
Welcome, welcome. All right, gentlemen. Let's get this going. Takes a little bit of time. It probably took me more time to just invite you guys to the party. And it actually did to start the stream because ESN takes for fucking ever to load the friends list.
Yeah.
So whenever we're streaming, our voice is recorded too?
Yes, I'm glad you mentioned that. So if you guys could go to the party screen, go into party settings, it will say voice sharing. Yeah, allow your voice to be shared. Make sure it's on always allow so that when we're communicating here in the party, anyone watching the stream can and will hear us. So, hey, what's up, Chris?
Communicate with each other is key in the stream, so that way everybody knows. So, go ahead.
Exactly.
I didn't mean to interrupt you, Scott.
No, you're good. Chris, we are doing a little 3-race playlist here to teach the new guys. This stream will be on the channel for future reference. But I basically want to show the new guys my perspective of a race, how I operate, and how we should operate, essentially.
Okay.
So we're only going to be doing like, 15, 20 laps. I think we'll do like 20, 15, and 10 total. So it'll be small, medium, and large. We got Devil's Dirty D, and Dover, and Dega.
Okay.
So 8 is really all we need. If we could get everyone in the party to join, I think that's plenty enough.
There we go. I was waiting for
Teach them.
Yep.
Let's teach them.
it. Alright, so we all going into game chat?
No, I think we got to stay into party
Yeah, we're
for
on
people to
party.
hear us.
Okay.
Okay, everyone is here except for Cheese. Are you just hanging out in the party, bud?
I think she's left, actually.
You are correct. Okay. I would invite Creamy, but
No, I think we're good with what ones we got.
yeah, definitely. Let me send this Iman's guy a friend request before I forget. Okay. Alright, 7 players, we're good. We're just going to go on go. Everyone picked a hot ring. Easy peasy. So basically, I'm just going to walk through what I'm doing as I'm doing it. You guys can only see my perspective. Tyler H says I'm famous in the stream. That would be Tyler Holcomb, also known as T-Hulk. Sorry for busting you out there, brother, on the stream.
Otherwise, I'd have it on.
That would be Tyler Holcomb, also known
I can hear it.
I can hear it in the background. That's awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chris, I'm glad you're online, dude, just by chance, I guess, huh?
Yeah, this is about usually when I get online. Last night I fell asleep.
Perfect. Yeah, we just finished RNCS Season 8, Week 5 in Indy. Had 6 or 7 cautions. What was it?
I think it was. No, it might have been 7. I don't know.
7 cautions, yeah.
Not too bad. Finished in about 110 minutes. All right, so I have people behind me, so I'm instantly going to be looking back, just gauging where everyone else is.
Ooh, come on now, guys.
Leave it there, Tony. Oh, shit.
Should we do a caution for him?
No.
Yeah, sure. I think we should just keep.
demonstrate what a caution.
Well, we need to be
Well,
bunched
I
up
mean,
to
we
teach
can-
them, no? Let's do it.
Yeah, let's
We can call one. Yeah.
Right here. Double file. Evens right, odds left. Car length in between.
That I do apologize, but it wasn't my fault. I ran into American Dad, and he did not crash.
Go at
that's
1
I
minute.
bounced off of him and into you. So he should have crashed and just done the manly thing.
5 seconds.
Oh, yeah, I should have crashed.
I'm glad you agree.
No. I was looking behind me.
Oh, that was a lag. People will see it on the stream.
Yeah.
Dad, on my screen, you were literally straddling that wall back there.
Well, I mean, I was in the wall.
I'm going to slow down because this is not teaching anybody anything. There we go. So they're going to come up here real fast. They're going to be hitting the brakes, slowing it down. Kinda. You got punted.
Oh, sorry.
R3 is key. Definitely want to just know what's going on around you. You see, I seen him. I shot to the low, open, went straight for the slipstream. Brakes heavy.
You ready, Chris?
Still watching, even as I'm exiting. He's gonna go low. I'm gonna move right slightly, let him go, give him the open lane, and they go. That's not gonna hurt me at all because I got these 2 guys right here to catch a slipstream of. Got a little loose, but Slipstream saved me. See, he sees me coming, he moves over. Even the guy on his right moved over. See how they knew I was coming, they moved. That's what it's about right there. Doesn't matter who is coming up on you. You see him, just move over. They're not going to win the race because you moved over. It's just the last corner type shit. Still looking. Always looking. Hitting the brakes way early there because I was in the slip. Got to account for that. You got to know it's going to pull you forward at a quicker rate, and you have to account for it. Slow down sooner. See, he seen me on the low, so he stayed up there. Didn't hurt him none because look, he's right here. Terrible, terrible example. But you see nobody hit me there. You see that they were smart enough to realize they're in the slip. They need to slow down sooner. And then they seen me spin and still somehow did not even touch me. It didn't happen by accident.
No, it's really a lack of personal hygiene.
Exactly. Wait, what?
Wait, what? Good job, Chris. Man, I keep calling you guys out on fucking live stream, man.
Yeah, that's fine. Nobody's gonna know anyways. Except for Tyler H there. They might know that one.
Oh, I appreciate y'all letting me bend around you.
Yeah, I'm constantly looking, so I see him coming. So instead of jamming down and making that unwise decision, and also discourteous because, well, they're already there, so don't shut the window on them. But I seen they were coming, so I just stayed the course. Generally, in NASCAR style racing, especially when bigger packs, you don't make sudden moves, you know. You make sure that you're clear, and then you make the move. Always make sure you're clear. See, that's a strategy right there. I passed him, I jumped over immediately, forcing him to take my slipstream. I know we're going into a slow speed tight corner where he's gonna have to brake. I figured why not, after the pass, just give him that slip and give him that extra boost. Make it a little more difficult for him there. Ideally, you don't want to break loose in that first corner. As you can see, Intimidator flew right by me with no slipstream because simply he took the corner better. See? Even that. Last second decision. Flicked to R3, seen he was coming, moved over. Gotta stay in the slipstream though, that's the biggest thing with NASCAR. If it's run right and not by a British person who doesn't know what the fuck NASCAR is, I'll just say that right now.
Drafting is key.
Yeah.
If you load into a player-created race that identifies itself as a NASCAR-style oval track, and you are going clockwise, that was not made by an American.
And furthermore, if it's clockwise or counterclockwise, which it should be, does not matter. You're hosting a NASCAR race and it's not a quarter mile, well, slipstream should be on. because one would argue that while Slipstream is extremely unrealistic in this game, and the boost it gives you is, yeah, pretty ridiculous. No Slipstream at all is very unrealistic. So Brophy, that's to you. I know you're never gonna see it, but it's fine. I'll put it there just in case. NASCAR equals Slipstream, remember that. Is that Monster Magnus RMOB member that you ran there in your PS4 content creator showcase? Was a terrible example of how awesome NASCAR can actually be on this game, because you robbed everyone of the Slipstream. And again, I know you'll never even see this, but just in case, I'll throw it out there for you. Thank you for all the testing and the hours you spent. Is much appreciated.
Mostly appreciated. I challenge any international quote-unquote GP fan that looks down their nose at American-style fender-to-fender racing and believes that it's just dumb Americans going in circles. I challenge any of you to jump into an RMOB event and run 3 wide, 4 deep, and don't touch a soul.
Brian,
Yes. And I will further that with saying that last race there was 12 people within 0.8 of a second of each other, and that was just the main pack.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful.
That is an art.
Freaking beautiful.
It is absolutely a skill set that anyone who has never given it enough respect to try doesn't even know they don't have.
Exactly, and I will elaborate on that point and say that if you can drive quickly around a circuit, and you can be fast, and you can be competitive, it is not the same skill set transferring over to a large pack NASCAR style race.
Completely different environment.
Yes, and if you're listening to the stream right now and you think that it takes no skill whatsoever to drive around a NASCAR track, I challenge you to join our prospect crew to come out to a Sunday race and see if those words stand true.
What is this, Dover?
Yes, sir. That was a small track. That is a good example of a small track because small tracks should require lifting, braking, and general skill to maneuver around the track. This is a medium style, so this will require a little skill, not too much. The banking is made with a slightly slippery surface, so it's not going to be just flat out all the way around, especially in the slipstream. Next one, third and final, will be a humongous giant track where you will not lift off the throttle the entire time, whether you're in the slipstream or not. And while we're in here, Vapid, was it you that gave me that number 11,000?
I think so. Yeah.
Thank you, sir, for loss number 11,000.
You are very welcome. As harsh as that sounds.
Not at all.
Now it's
No.
it's all a learning
the number
process.
on the loss column, the number on the loss column carries more respect than the number in the win column.
Exactly.
By virtue of the incorrect way that NASCAR scores your driving record.
Yes, and furthermore, the incorrect way that GTA scores your win-loss record. You don't get top 2s, you don't get top 3s, you don't get top 5s or 10s. You just get 1 or none.
Yeah, thank you. I totally meant to say Rockstar. Obviously.
I thought so.
It wouldn't give me your slip. Sometimes it does that.
One of those strange places that if you're hooked up on the high, man, you can go play. Oh, whoa. So see how he got loose right in front of me? I seen it the last second because I'm flicking R3. but I still hit the brakes to avoid hitting him. And I still hit him, but because I hit the brakes, I hit him at such a softer force that it did not fuck him over, which is kind of the goal, you know? Don't fuck anybody over. Show courtesy, show respect.
Yeah, I have no grip with these Benny's wheels, so I'm just trying to stay out of the low side.
This wood surface is really sick.
No, there's a huge difference on these glitched Benny's wheels.
Ooh.
Rockstar, if you're listening, he did not create the glitch. Do not hold him accountable, please. Probably not. I might as well just say that to cover his ass. He's not the founder. He's not the leader of the glitch. He's simply a follower.
I'm having to let off right there and do it.
All right, here's a segue. I don't know if you all know that he does this or if this is actually how it's all supposed to be done, but because I have two TVs here and I'm just watching the live stream on the other TV, Mozilla in between races, each time any of us are
trying to slow down. I didn't.
talking, he scrolls over their profile to show the live stream who's talking. That's a pretty cool little feature that you do.
Yeah, and I was trying to like just show that most everyone in here has some decent numbers, even, you know, though Vapid and T-Hulk do not have as many as us. They still have been able to learn quickly enough and grasp this simple concept that's not so simple for most people.
Right, an American Dad proves it doesn't matter what state you're born in, you can learn. Just leave it that big.
Okay, so I'm going to purposely lose this race right now for a learning purpose, okay? So I'm going to just wreck myself out. Hopefully you guys don't get caught up in it. It's happening in 3, 2, 1, and now. Okay, so I wrecked out. Sad. Terrible, right? It is. Now I'm lap traffic. So T-Hulk, I remember you saying something about this in the chat. I will address it right now. I'm lap traffic. Furthermore, I'm back here not fighting with anyone. I'm just clearly by myself, right? So keep that in mind. If this is the situation you're in, and the leaders are going to come up on you,
Money hole. Good job.
you need to be aware of that. You need to be aware of that. I'm looking at them on the map. I'm looking back. Obviously, there's nobody here, but they will be there.
I'm with you, Vapid. Stay up, Vapid.
And what you can hear is people in the background
drive you
clicking.
right down the straightaway.
You can hear them clicking their stick. Sounds like this, right? So the reason why they're doing that is so, as you can see right here, I'm staying on that line. You can't do that if you're not clicking the stick. Now there are other examples in which it will be different, but in general, you're not going to be slamming the stick. You're just going to be clicking it to stay at that, you know, in that line. Staying in your lane is crucial, especially when you're racing in a pack.
Got lap traffic in front of us.
So I'm racing by myself. Nobody with me. They're going to come up on me very soon. Do I have the skills and the capability to race with them and not fuck them up? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. But I'm still not going to do that.
In this scenario, Modzilla's job is to be as predictable as possible and let us go around him.
And furthermore, to not try to stay with them and race them because they are the lead pack. If I slightly bump one of them, it could lead to a domino effect in which one or more of them will be fucked over.
Hang on to it. Nice job. Nice job.
Good job. I kind of let off and bumped you back straight. Good job.
See, I bet you if you'd have had freaking off-road tires, you wouldn't have been able to pull off that slide.
See, they're coming. I'm just going to go like this. Stay up here. Let them go. And that's what you do if you're lap
Sorry
traffic.
about that. Sorry about that.
See him sliding, stay out of the
I
way.
apologize. All right, y'all. That was my fault. I'm gonna pull over to the side, let them catch back up.
Do that. That's what a courteous and respectful racer does. Realizes and admits he's wrong, does the right thing, and lets him pass.
Now, it doesn't mean you compromise the race. You just keep racing and let them catch up, but don't impede other people's
Yes,
race.
and like he said, don't fuck your race. So you see him back there on the map. You see he's got a little gap. They're catching him. They're catching him. In this instance, you want to give them the slipstream. You know, if it's a GP track and there's no catch up, no slipstream, obviously give them the position back. But in a situation like this where slipstream is on, it's better to just come right up ahead of them and let them get the slip, because you're going to pull them forward and you're going to remedy your mistake a little better that way. They're still passing you. They're still gaining that position back, but you're giving the slipstream and giving them a little helping hand in doing so.
And now it's your job to work as a team to catch back up to the lead.
Exactly. So that courtesy and respect also reinforces teamwork, catching back up.
Yeah, it's not altruism. It is necessary for your own production.
I'm just going to hope and pray that my teaching moment does not lead to a DNF, which it will not.
Awesome. Intimidators out. Nice slide. Who did I wreck? And I apologize for that. I pressed on the brakes because I was going too fast and didn't want to wreck the person in front of me and do the same thing that you did to me.
Yeah, actually, that was me. I was one in front of you. I was holding the bottom line correctly, and you got pulled up in the draft, and you actually initially made the incorrect choice of continuing down off the track onto the grass, onto the apron, to maintain the draft, and then made secondarily the correct decision that that's not the way to do it, and that led to the rest of the reaction. But I appreciate you not wrecking me. I apologize for the guy you did wreck.
Yeah, well, I admit it. And that's the whole thing, is admitting it,
Yeah.
That's the most important thing.
There is no value in waiting to see if anyone saw you.
Right.
Yeah, because somebody's gonna see you. Somebody's gonna call you out. Like just today, I had this lady pull out in front of me, honked at her. I'm like, hey, what the fuck's going on here? Why are you pulling out in front of me? Pull up side to her. I roll my window down and I say, hey, you should probably look before, just like this. Hey, you should probably look before you just turn out in front of people like that. You know what she said? I'm sorry. I said, you're sorry? Because I was confused a little bit at the fact that she admitted her mistake and said sorry. Okay, have a nice day.
You're expecting something else?
Have a nice day. Drove off. Yeah, exactly. Like, there is so much value in that, because as human beings, we are so imperfect and we make mistakes and we fuck up on the daily. You know, if we can you know, realize that we're human and just admit to those mistakes, I think it makes all the world of difference, you know. If somebody hits you and you hear sorry right afterwards, I'm sorry I bumped you, you know, I'm sorry I tapped you, I think it softens the blow just a tiny bit.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think those mini wheels really miss you over.
Yeah, definitely. This is our third and final example here, how to drive a NASCAR track. This is NASCAR Talladega 500 2.0. Big, wide, flat out. As you can see there, T-Hulk was in my slipstream. Somehow it died and then reactivated. That's not something I did. That's not something that Wig does, intentionally or knowingly. It is just a subsequent reaction of Rockstar's physics. And even with only 6 people here, you get too many people and too many slipstreams nearby, and it does some funky, weird shit. So that being said, if you're ever in a situation where that slipstream somehow mysteriously disengages, you got to jump over. You know, if slipstream died with this guy, I'm jumping to this guy. I'm jumping to this guy.
But make sure you're pressing R3 and looking behind you before you make sudden movement.
Yes, that case I knew that everyone was like on the side and nobody was behind me, so I didn't do it. But it kind of hit Daddy in the process.
Oh.
We're good, we're good. Go, go, go.
Those guys wrecked. The guy who was responsible pulled over, and they'll catch back up.
Come on, T.O., let's go to work, baby.
Okay, so I do need one volunteer for this race to be lap traffic that's battling with each other. We could do it towards the end, but I just want to show people if you're in a situation.
We're down. Hold, slow down. Me and Holt will be battling for position, but about to be left. We're already back here.
Okay. So they'll show you when we come upon them what you do when you're lap traffic and you're battling for position. Obviously, we're not going to ask you to pull out of the way like I did last race and just give up your race. But as Tony mentioned before, you want to be as predictable as possible so that when the leaders come upon you, they're going to clearly know what decision to make to stay out of your way and vice versa.
Alright, get ready, wait till they turn forward and we'll step on it then. Oh, sorry, I said my mirror.
Notice how I wait though. I was the trail car in that little small pack.
Alright, let's go.
But I waited. I stayed my course. I waited for them to pass, and then when it was safe, I jumped down and got the slipstream. And they're all doing that. All of these guys next to me are doing the same exact thing. So there's really a pattern. See, I'm the lead guy, so I'm trying to present a gap here so that when I get that slipstream, it's huge.
And now I'm moving over a little bit, and he's going to catch that one, and the next person's going to catch that one.
Yeah, notice how Daddy was right in my slipstream there. American Dad seen it. He was right to the right of him. Had room to jump over on him if he wanted to be selfish with the slip. He chose not to, because he's looking behind him. He's seen that dude's coming. So if he jumps over and closes the door on him, not only is it a little bit rude, but also you're slowing the whole pack down because that guy has the biggest boost and subsequently the largest, the highest amount of speed in this pack. So if he was to jump over, it's not only rude, but he's slowing the whole pack down. So there is an order to how the slipstream should work. You don't just have everyone indiscriminately jumping over left and right to get any slipstream. See Vapid on my right. He stays there. He sees I'm there. Daddy jumped over, gave him the slip ahead. And he's clear. Now he's going to come low. I'm going to move over. Got room in front of Dad. Let him go.
Sorry, I mean, I didn't have no order over, and I fucked up the...
I'm just going to let him go.
You know, I feel like we should do a Brophy
flat
style
traffic?
side-by-side comparison of chaotic drafting and the associated times, lap times, and the RMOB system, and show the difference on the bottom line on the clock.
So see how they stayed out of the way. T-Hulk rode the high line. Tony stayed right behind them, so they were kind of single file even when we came up on them in the straightaway. That's what you want to do, because in this situation, there's only 4 people that's passing them. But who's to say you're not that guy and there's 12 people passing you in a pack half second away from each other? You know, so them staying in a straight line like that allows us to know exactly what they're doing. They're staying in a constant direction, and we go right around them. And they stayed with each other, so they're not fucking each other's position by letting us go by. They stayed right with each other, and they're still fighting for position like they were.
And that's going around a corner too. Staying in your lane around a corner.
Right, and you're listening to the audio. Holt and I didn't plan that out. We both knew that's what the other was going to do. Predictability.
Yeah, you didn't hear him on the audio saying, stay in the middle of the road. They just did that naturally, because that's the smart and wise decision to make. Now, granted, this is from a lot of experience. Tony, a little more so. But yeah, this is hundreds of races that they've raced like this to gain this knowledge and experience. It's not something that, oh, hey, I like Talladega. I run this all the time, 15 times a day. My name is Eric Kelso. That doesn't mean that does not mean you're gonna fucking learn how to race like this, because it's gonna be a random lobby full of douchebags, full of low levels that are inexperienced, full of people who just generally don't give a shit about racing clean and respectful. Hence the reason for GTA Race Mob. Oh, sorry. Give me a low.
Good.
This is the last lap. Obviously, I'm in a shitty position. One of these guys will win it. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. Because where I'm at, everyone's getting my slipstream. There's no way that I have enough time to get that slipstream and go back, but whatever. I'm going to let them go by. I'm going to take my 4th place and be happy with it.
Hell yeah. There's no reason to wrecking everybody. There's no reason in wrecking everybody right there at the finish and ruining everybody's race. That's called douchebaggery.
Exactly.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Sorry to DNF
So anybody
you guys.
that comes across these videos that have never had the opportunity to actually participate in an RMOB lobby or RMOB event, sooner or later you're gonna pick up the, God damn it, you never see anyone going backwards, you never see anyone parking sideways or deliberately crashing. And then, you know, the moralistic high ground, you know, respect and courteousness and that we preach and extend to each other. The bottom line is you only ever get one race to be a douchebag in the race mob, because you'll never get another opportunity.
Exactly. And on that note, did you guys want to spend maybe an extra 8 to 10 minutes right now? We could launch this, we could do a lap, we could get randoms in here, and we could show them right here, right now, the contrast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
we
can
can do it.
Everyone invite your friends, I'll invite mine, we'll get fucking randoms in here. We can even do like Tony said, I think it might be quicker. Not sure with all these people in here because it's only a 40-second lap. But there is a destroy last place every 15-second option. Nice job, Chris.
Yeah, that's my vote.
Yeah.
Make it a fucking drag race.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Yeah, because we could show them right now what kind of a shit show a random lobby looks like.
Compared to what we just did.
Exactly.
And I guarantee those lap times are faster than anything you'll see on those tracks. I mean, not
Having
guaranteed,
never
but I
actually
mean,
made, no, I absolutely guarantee, having never actually made a, you know, scientific comparison of the numbers, I would say that a 3-car RMOB draft and 3 random cars, that the 3 random cars would probably run, I bet, minimum 2 full seconds slower.
Well,
oh, I
definitely.
bet money that 3 cars of randoms against 3 cars of RMOB will no doubt lose.
Yeah, but lose by a substantial amount, because the point that these guys are making right now is we know how to work together. We know how to draft and pass. we know how it's supposed to be done. And here it is. I'm trying to get loaded into a random lobby, and somebody's already fucking hosting it. Let's go. Let's go.
Alright.
This late, I would not expect that, but all right. We got 1,085 hosting. Oh, 2 seconds left. I'm leaving. Nope, he closed it. Ah, he launched it.
Oh
Scott,
no, I fucking. Oh, I
this
didn't
late
accept
in the
it.
day, it is always Talladega, nothing else.
I always see Eric Kelso
I didn't
around
go.
prime time.
Did you quit?
No.
Eric Kelso's a late afternoon kind
Yeah.
of guy.
Is Kelso the host?
No, some other guy I never seen, but I just gave my own track a dislike by leaving.
You know what I still can't figure out? Is Kelso the one that introduced me to the mob. Isn't that
Yeah, and
weird?
he's never been a mob member and never
He's
will.
never been a mob.
Right.
Man.
Right.
Never will.
That's just fucking weird about it.
But he has boosted the plays for sure.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, Kelso. Chop and Drop says in the stream, stop by to show some love. Create, race, win. Psychopath Lily says, what's up, bro? New sub, do the same. I will sub to you, although I don't think it's necessary for you to go on other people's channels and ask for a sub to get it, but I will do it.
Let me go grab my phone.
All right, guys, let's show these guys what it's about. Oh shit, we got 20 in here. Join on me from the party. 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
Oh,
Alright.
come on, man. 10 seconds.
If I had any more, I would tell him to stop it.
The heck?
I got no way of getting
Okay,
in there.
yeah, I'm joining.
You got time. People are joining. You got time.
I'm in the clouds.
Oh, I'm in.
I'm in.
Just made it.
I'm in.
This is
Alright.
perfect because now it's almost a full lobby, and you will see people exactly what a shit show this
Might
track
not
is.
be the hot ring car, but
This will be a perfect example.
yes, it
You
will.
guys want to?
Session is full.
You want to run matching? I don't know, RE7Bs just to put them all down.
I would
don't
say
have-
811.
Yeah,
No.
that ain't 11 RMOB tagged.
Scott, the Divest 8 will smoke the 811 on Talladega by like
Oh yeah, I know.
5 to 6 seconds per lap.
I would
Well, if they
say
pick-
5 of us in a
Who does
fucking
say?
pack is not going to happen.
Yeah, but there's people running the speed glitch off of the Divest 8. If you go down onto the infield and just
Yeah, there's a
very
little
lightly swerve
invisible-
back and forth, it launches that
Yeah.
car forward.
Really?
It is unreal what that car does in a straight line when you do that.
So what he's describing to you, ladies and gentlemen, right now is what a douchebag would do on a track.
Pretty much.
That's the scientific term.
Scientific term
Yeah,
because you should be on the pavement. Let's just be honest.
You will
Yeah,
get
I
the
watched-
D-Tag of the day award.
I watched a guy do a 34-second lap in that.
That's the
Dang.
fastest lap time I ever fucking heard of here.
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, that's feel a sense of accomplishment with that. I mean, I don't know, what's the point?
We are a full lobby, so bear with us, ladies and gentlemen. There will be a slight delay in loading it. That is Rockstar. That's not us.
Yeah, I can't even get into the race that you guys are in because it's full.
It's full.
Yeah.
Only
Yeah.
5 laps.
I'm honestly
Do you
surprised
think
that people
anybody
are
noticed
still
that
running
you're
it.
in here?
No.
Dude, Scott, whenever I get online and I try to join random races, 9 out of 10 times it's people on Vega.
Okay, I'm going to go to game chat and just make a general announcement. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to NASCAR Talladega 500 2.0. Thank you, host, for hosting it. Much appreciated. If we could all try to have a clean and respectful race, that would be much appreciated. It is me, Motzilla87, on the mic. Chris, stock or off-road? He's not here. Looks like they're all in party chat. Let's go back before it launches. What did y'all pick?
Yeah, I put
Thank you.
yes.
Alright.
Yep.
Because that's what everybody else is picking, so.
Vapid, why is your character a foot shorter than all the other characters?
That's a good question.
It's based on who your character traits are on GTA. I mean, your parent traits. You know.
I'm starting
So Vapid shows Little
29.
Dog Complex?
29.
I am 26. I think I'm 6 on the back.
I'm up near the front.
I don't know, I'm like 10th or something like that.
Someone
Oh,
has-
it's going to be a
there
little
we go.
lag.
Wow.
Oh, come on, you know. That nobody went. Is ketchup on? Oh, people
Yep.
going,
There's
oh,
your
flying.
There's your
Yeah,
wreck.
just like that. Douchebaggery, just like that.
Already, you
Here's
seen
a-
how it did not take long? People weren't starting. People were wrecking immediately. People are still wrecking.
And I just got
But the
sideswiped.
real world immediate gratification of the skills you learn in the mob is having the track awareness to keep yourself safer in these situations
Oh my god.
than you normally would, than you would otherwise without learning the skill.
Yes, and as you can see, I started 29th, and within a lap, I'm in 14th, and that is because situational awareness,
Oh,
knowing
dude, just
what's
tried to-
around you.
Lord Drill just tried to cut between me and there was no room and he wiped somebody out.
T-Hulk just got wiped out by a blue 811.
I'm getting wiped out by.
Oh, I'm over the track. I'm over the wall.
He's in the
Somebody ran into me, I'm
grandstands.
over the wall.
That would be a caution normally. We're in a random lobby, so it's no holds barred.
Yeah, that's it. I'm at 17. Maybe I'll catch up.
811 is suspicious.
Yeah, don't trust the
Oh,
Black
yeah.
811. He's got bennies on. He won't be able to hold on to it if you
The
touch him.
adder just slowed way down right in front of me.
Whoa,
Watch him wrecking
some
high,
guy
wrecking
just went
high.
across-
Yep. That's,
Someone just went across the track.
That's exactly pretty much what happened.
I think there's one at the bottom of the track
What the
at
heck?
the end of turn. What is that? 1, 2, 3.
It's in the
4.
trioval. I have to say, I've never seen somebody pit maneuver 2 cars with 1 dead. That was kind of,
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
it was kind of impressive.
Tony, I'm coming up behind you, buddy. If you can work with me, that'd be awesome.
You know I love you, Big Daddy.
Oh,
Oh my God, there's
Good
a car in
fucking
the
duck
track.
there, Vapid.
There was a good.
yeah,
There's a car in the
that
track.
was,
Middle of the
that was
track.
close. Oh, there's someone in the middle of the track.
Yeah. And before turn 1.
Last turn, guy in the middle. That was his fault, not mine.
Yeah, he.
No, he's backing up in the middle of the track. Fucking A.
Oh, we got
Is
guys
red
going
car.
backwards. Vapid
Yeah,
is a
this
victim.
the shit we were talking about right here.
This couldn't
Oh
have
my
worked out any
God,
better.
Really? Oh
This-
my goodness.
Could not have worked out any better.
Tony, I'm right behind you again, buddy.
Prime example.
Jump in, baby. I love you. Come on, let's go fast.
Dang it. Yep.
Bring that ugly ass car up here. Come on.
There's someone. There's a Nero.
I'm just now
cutting-
catching the slip in the turn. That's stupid.
coming up on you.
Oh,
Steel.
there's like 4 people right here. Oh, they're going back. 2 going backwards. Guy
crap.
flying out of the
goodness.
track.
Go all the way down. Go all the way down, Smith. All the way down.
Steel, I'm following you.
So on a track like this, you
Yeah.
definitely, spatial awareness is so fucking crucial. You need to see ahead of you far as you
Oh, there's a
possibly
car right here.
can.
Blue car, blue car.
See where they're
Oh.
wrecking and avoid them. Also, cars going backwards. Keep your eye on the map for dots going the opposite direction.
Tony, I'm letting off a little bit, buddy. Trying to let you catch
You,
up.
Teal.
Yeah,
Oh, that guy going backwards just wrecked my competition.
Oh! Watch out, Tony. Watch out.
if you're in
Watch
the
out, that's
Divest
I'm playing
8,
already.
Oh,
If
my
you're in the
goodness.
Divest 8 and somebody's going backwards and they run into you head on, they drive over your car and go launching out
Are
of
you
it.
kidding me? This
They'll
dude
know
just
I'm
took me
fucking
out of-
here now. Let's go, race mob.
Hell yeah. That dude took me out to finish that devastate, dude.
Smith and
My
I go
goodness.
from 27th and 28th in one lap to top 9.
Oh yeah, I'm 7th. 7th
Yeah.
and 9th. Good stuff. Oh, good
Good
job,
job,
Scott. Got it.
Teal. Teal with the 3rd place in the Wagner.
He almost had it. Actually, it was him that came around me on the last final stretch, and I was able to jump over and get his slipstream and narrowly avoid the bastards who were sitting there on the tri-oval.
Me and American would have been in the top 5 if I hadn't gotten wrecked by Noel Jr.
Yeah. Yeah, so he closed the gap on someone and wrecked hellaciously at the very beginning.
Go to game chat. I'm going to be boastful just a little bit. Amidst the chaos, he reigns victorious. Race mob. Thank you, sir. Love you too, brother. If anyone here is interested in clean and respectful racing in an organized group on quality custom content, message me, Motzilla87, about joining the crew. Y'all have a good night. Thanks for hosting. Friend request me. I'll accept it. Motzilla87. And that's how the cookie crumbles.
Alright, guys. See you guys tomorrow.
Hell yeah, guys. Thanks for staying up late. Thanks for making RNCS a beautiful fucking race. And thank you for staying a little late to hopefully help teach the new guys or anyone who may be interested, because now, potential prospects, we can reference them this video.
Yes. Alright. Night, yo.
Have a good one, bro.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, that couldn't have worked out any more perfectly. Dropped into a random full lobby and got the win. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So, anyone watches the stream, I went through a complete shitstorm of bullshit to get that win. It was not easy. Definitely not easy. And there was a lot of luck involved as well, because catch-up was on. I was in an inferior vehicle, not the fastest vehicle for the track, but I got lucky. There was a major wreck which didn't involve me. I kind of ran away, and then as soon as they caught me, I was able to get back to that slipstream and nudge it forward for the win. But yeah, hopefully that gives you guys a little bit of a perspective and a little bit of a contrast, you know, a race mob lobby.
Because of the communication, normally without the communication, the guys that wrecked you guys up front running backwards and shit, Smith and I were so far behind, they had time. They would have had a time to reset and then wreck us, me and Smith. But because of the communication, because you guys were reporting to us exactly where they were, we were able to do the thing that they never saw coming and completely avoid them.
Yes, so it was not just situational awareness and spatial awareness and knowing what's around you at all times, but also we were working as a team, like he mentioned, and yeah, we were calling it out as it happened, and I think that was nothing but beneficial for the situation.
Absolutely. Is there a way we can publicly call out and then shame Brophy into accepting our public call out invitation, challenge, dare, whatever?
Well, I would address this to him, Mr. Brophy1322. I, Motzilla87, challenge you and your 15 best racers to come to a 99 lap NASCAR race and see how those GP skills work out for you. With Slipstream on, of course.
And then we'll run it back and see how our skills translate to your area. And I think you'll have a better understanding.
I think so, because it definitely is not luck of the draw in a NASCAR race, as you could see from the previous 10 minutes of footage. Well, gentlemen, that's going to do it for me for this live stream. Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you learned a little bit about racing NASCAR the way you're supposed to. Make sure you guys subscribe, hit the like button, and engage that bell for the notification squad. Mozilla, I'm out.